Hey guys, it's Amy. Today I'm actually going to bring you a tutorial that I've already filmed, but unfortunately would not upload because of the massive file format. I tried to use my actual camera, and for some reason it doesn't like the file format, and it takes like literally 6 hours to upload one video. I'm going to try to mess with it so that you can have better quality videos. But today I'm going to bring you the look that I've already done, and it's the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton. She's just a very timeless beauty. She is, I want to say she's around 30, so this is a little more mature. But I really liked it. I was I was reading an article on their recent travels through like New Zealand and Australia, and I just loved her makeup. So I kept looking at pictures, and it's a lot of times the same. So here's what we're going to start out with. Of course, I'm sure you guys know most of the products that I'm going to use and the brushes. But I'll try to put them in the description box just in case you're new or haven't watched any of my other tutorials. First, we're going to start out with a fluffy brush. And this one, I'm actually going to use the Naked palette, and we're going to be using Dark Side right here. The one thing I've kind of liked about experiencing, which we're going to start out with Layman. The one thing I've liked about doing these tutorials, especially using what I have, is I've really, gained an appreciation that I can do so many looks with just a couple palettes. And especially this Naked 3 palette is so expensive. I believe it was like $49 or $52. And while I love it, A, I think it'll last a long time, and B, I've done so many looks with this. You guys know I always reach for a limit. I wish I could honestly, I'll have to check and see if I can buy that on its own, because I would seriously buy that on its own. Just limit in the crease, getting ready to kind of have a transition shade. The thing about it is she keeps it very very easy. It doesn't look like she blends, all the way up to her eyebrows or anything like that. But we're going to just kind of step it up and use a little bit of techniques that I'm not sure if she does, but it's going to help make the look. I really think it will. Alright, then I'm going to take my flat brush into Dark Side. Often I notice she does have slightly hooded eyes like I do. She seems to always be wearing eyeliner and a lovely gray shade. Now I know this is going to look dark. This is going to look way too dark for the look of most of the pictures I've seen. But what will happen is we will go back in as we're blending it, and it will help lighten it up just a little bit to where it's just appropriate. And by the way, I have already done my eyebrows, I have already done my foundation and my concealer. Trying to just keep this a little shorter. Don't go too far out. I mean, the thing I've noticed is, like I said, it doesn't blend all the way up or all the way out. Alright, now if you want to, you can go back with Mugshot, which is the color right before Dark Side, and just lighten it up just a little bit. I mean, you want to barely tap your brush in it and just kind of, and it just adds a little bit of dimension. See, we didn't add a whole bunch, but it lightened it up just a tidbit. Go back in with that fluffy brush with Limit, which Limit is my favorite matte. Right here, if you're a little bit darker than I am, especially if you're a lot more tan, use Nooner. Nooner's really good, and especially if you're blending darker shades. I believe when I did my dark smoky eye tutorial, that's what I used in the middle to get a darker transition. But you see, we're just removing those harsh lines, like right here, evening them out as well. The one thing I like about this is going to be so easy and it's going to be wearable. It's not like I'm going to be afraid to touch my face. Especially now that she's a mom and I'm a mom. Like, I can totally relate. This is a really great look. I'm going to step it up. Like, sometimes you could stop here and totally just do a simple eyeliner and run. I'm going to step it up just a little bit. I found a really beautiful picture of her, and this is what I'm going to imitate. At first, I'm going to take Maybelline Gel Liner in Blackest Black, I'm going to use my mirror, but I'm going to hold it up because yesterday's video I was kind of like hanging down. I'm going to hold it up and show you guys. A little bit of fallout. Oh no. But I'm going to take and I'm going to tightline this with one hand. How am I going to do that? Just very gently. Just making those eyelashes look a little fuller. You can already kind of tell the difference between this one and that one. And each time I go back and just slightly. I mean, you are just barely taking some off the side like this. If you need to, one thing that helps and keeps me from blinking is just a slightly, gently, because if you pull too hard on that area, you can actually cause premature wrinkling, so be careful. Alright, now you can totally stop here, put some mascara on the top and go. And it'd be absolutely lovely. But here's how we're going to take it a step farther. We're actually going to bring this all the way down onto the tear duct, and I'm using the Kat Von D autograph pencil, and it is very sharp. It was sharpened to a fine tip. Now the thing about it is that it was hard to kind of decide that she definitely was always wearing a gray color like this dark side, because she does have, like I said, she has hooded eyes like man. And when you have hooded eyes, your eye kind of sets over your eyelid to where you can't really see all of it, especially if I smile. All you can see is the eyeliner. That's okay. And I did notice a lot of times, especially in this picture that I'm referencing, it was a little thicker on this side. But try to bring it all the way down into that tear duct. If you have to go back and spend a little time with it, just be very gentle. And then bring it in like this, and I will go back and finish it in just a second. If you have a dull pencil, this will not work. And also, if you have a dry one, it will not work. You should have a crayon, a kohl, something like that that just glides on, barely moves your skin when you touch it. And as you can see, I'm taking my time. Then again, I'm also a perfectionist. And you can see it's a little darker on the outside here. A little thicker. And then go in and slightly around the tear duct. Now you can see I kind of messed up right here. I'm just going to take a little tissue that I have on hand and just gently pat at it. You don't want to rub it, because if you rub gel liner, you're going to have it up to here. Just gently like tap it, just like ever so gracefully. Okay, now we're going to set that down for a minute, and we're going to actually do the waterline. This goes on easier in the waterline, the gel liner does. But the black autograph pencil actually smudges very beautifully. So that's why we're going to kind of switch it up and use two. I know some girls actually use two mascaras. I've never had to do that, but I can definitely see the benefit of using two different products here for eyeliner. Now, I'm going to get a little closer to my tear duct, so I'm going to it just kind of darkens it. The gel liners are just a little bit more black. But that's okay, because we kind of frame the eye, we do the gel liner, and then we go back with something that's just a smidgelet. I mean, just ever so slightly. I'm thinking most people wouldn't even notice the difference. Alright, because she has such beautiful eyeliner, we are going to take a little bit under the eye waterline. Because I did notice in some pictures it is quite heavy on the bottom. That's okay, that's how I like mine actually. And then I have this this brush, and it has a little smudgy end. And if you need to go back to the corners and up a little bit, just take your time and work it. I like to kind of, instead of having a line that comes down and then stops and then have a line that comes across, when it comes to your eyeliner, I like to actually blend them together to where it almost looks like it's one fluid line. Now it seems a little dark, but honestly, this is what I was seeing. And you can always lighten it up. You could definitely not put it underneath, but like I said, the picture that I am referencing, which I don't think I'm allowed to share, maybe I could share it on the, if you go to the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Journey on the Final Countdown, I can share it there. She is just a timeless beauty. I would love to see her in high-end makeup and just like an amazing eye look, but she is so beautiful naturally. She really doesn't need to. Alright, a little mascara. I didn't notice false lashes, and of course she has hooded eyes like I do, so I mean, a lot of times if you wear false lashes, that's all you see on your eye. Next, I'm looking a little red on camera, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Her cheeks are very rosy, very healthy looking. She's tan and just looks very natural. She just looks like, I don't know, she should be a model because she's absolutely gorgeous. Well, I guess she's a model. She's a model citizen. She's a royal. Her cheeks are just glowy and happy, and it makes her look healthy. I don't know why I'm looking so orange. And bring it in. I mean, she actually brought hers in pretty far. I mentioned a trick the other day. If you kind of mess up and get a little heavy-handed with the blush, go back in. I'm actually just going to do this right here to lighten this up a little bit. She was very quite tan, and then her blush, and she was really kind of light under the eyes. Of course, her eyebrows looked very nice. But the thing about her eyebrows is they're very straight across, and mine are actually a little arched. If you want to finish this up, you can go back in, lighten this up a little bit in the tear duct area. I like to do that with my eyes because I'm usually, like, y'all can tell, really dark right here. A little bit under the eyebrow to arch it and kind of highlight it. If you need to do any more blending, do it now. And then let's see, for the lips. You could definitely go with the Naked Gloss. I really like this, but actually I'm going to do another favorite that I'm sure y'all will recognize, just Peachy Wet n Wild. The look on her was just very simple, very pink, but not ostentatiously pink. And that's why we're going to go back to kind of take a little bit of the orange out of this. A little more pink, and it kind of darkens it up back to a natural color. So what do you think, guys? I know I feel like a princess, and I hope you will too. With this look, it's very easy, and especially like I'm only on 15 minutes. You guys know if I